Got it. Please accept if there's any notification coming on your screen.
Yeah, I accepted it.
Great, that's great. So hi everyone, this is Manana Shiv with Full Planet and hope you guys are doing great. So here we have Shak with us. This is the first time I'm doing any interview with someone as I have found someone's profile on Instagram. She's doing great content on continuously basis on regular basis. She's posting stuff on YouTube as well. So I thought I need to get her on my YouTube videos so that people can learn that if you are learning, you can share on the same time, you can explore things on the same time. And I felt like her, energy because she is so energetic. She continuously posts content with a blushing face, with an energetic face that honestly motivates you to do something in your life, to do things. If you are Amazon seller, if you are Amazon service provider, so that's why she's very nice and polite to me. That's why she have she was agree to be on this video, and I'm really excited and I'm overwhelmed as well that honestly this is not something new for me, but it's a very exciting experience. It's the first time that I'm conducting kind of an interview. So yep, it's enough about me. So let's start with her and see what she can tell us about her. So please, Shaq, please introduce yourself in a brief. So then after that, we'll be talking about the questions.
Okay, so hi, my name is Shak. Thank you for having me here. I'm super excited as well. So I'm a seller. I sell a private label on Amazon, FBA in the US market, and I'm from Israel, and I'm 28 years old, if that matter.
Oh,
And
great.
basically, yeah, and basically, like Amazon is my passion. So now I'm just documenting my journey towards like building a, I don't know, seven-figure business.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. And I think it's super important that, also like small and intermediate sellers will share their journey as well, because like not only like the, I don't know, eight-figure sellers have interesting things to say, because also like they have resources that we don't have, and they have like, people that do stuff that we don't have, that kind of time and resources. So I think it's important to learn from also like smaller sellers. And so that's basically why I also like had a bad experience with a fake guru, so I feel like I need to share also the bad things about Amazon, not only like the Ferrari and I don't know, Tesla. So
Yep.
this is basically my purpose here.
Great. That's awesome. Honestly, and I agree on pay guru thing because many people are coming up with showing their six, seven, eight figures numbers, and then they are offering you courses, trainings, and then you are stuck. You really don't know whom you will ask and what kind of advice they will give you, but they are charging you a good amount of money, and then they will say, okay, the time is up. Now you will do things your own. So I'm totally agree on that part. So honestly, it's and the second thing that you did said, which is very nice, and we should learn from everyone. We should learn from every seller, even he's or her launching, he or she is launching a first product, or maybe it's their last, or maybe they are giving up, or maybe they are starting. So we should learn why they have started, why they are giving up, why they are successful, why they are failure now. So these things will give us ideas. These things will give us the thing do's and don'ts so that we can avoid. So it's really nice. It's good. Okay, so let's start with a question, which is honestly that most of the time when we talk about the sellers and the newcomers are coming up, and as people are talking about the saturation and different things, and this thing Amazon has banned, Amazon restricting these things. So what we do and what we should not. So let's talk about your product launching strategy. As you have already mentioned before the interview that you have launched your one product and now you are thinking to launch second. So according to you, what was your launching strategy, or you think that this is the best, product launching strategy? And we are talking about the private label.
Yeah, so I actually launched three products. Um,
Okay.
so I think, yeah, so I launched like my first one 2 years ago, and then I waited, and then not that long time ago, I launched two more. Yeah, so I think like my product launching strategy basically is to, because I don't have, for each product, I don't have a lot of budget. So I'm not like a
Okay.
really established brand that can like give, I don't know, $20,000 dollars to launch my product. I have a specific budget, so I need to play with it. I found out, I tested some things. I found out that not surprisingly, surprisingly, the most converting platform is Amazon. So basically, if I spend like $1 on Amazon on PPC there, I will have more sales compared to if I spend it on Facebook, because people, when they get into Facebook, they are not like in the buying mode. They want to, I don't know, be in
Agree.
the toilet and scroll down, and they don't they don't really like driven to buy something. So
Yep.
although like I know that the internet is full of bring lots of outside traffic, bring lots of things, it's nice, but when you don't have a lot of budget, then maybe you should consider just advertise inside of Amazon. So that's basically what I'm doing. I like mastered the PPC game, not mastered, but this is like the favorite part for me. So I'm going hard with PPC. So
Okay.
also I will choose a product in a niche that is not super competitive. So like my PPC won't cost a lot and I will have a
Okay.
chance. Is
Great.
this
That's
also
that's
what do
good.
you do? What?
Sorry.
What do you do? I'm just curious, like what other people do.
Yeah. So there are many different practices in the market. Some people are happy with giveaways, like search, find,
Yeah.
buy. Some people were using URLs like Pixelfy and those things. Some people are mixing up with with giveaways and advertising. Some are honestly like you doing extensive kind of advertising. Some are using influencers. So there are many, yeah, there are like tons of different strategies in the market. But it depends what kind of product you have, what kind of a budget you have, and your goals. So it depends on that. So there's one thing left in your strategy that most of the time sellers wanted to know that how do we need to launch our advertising as we don't have any reviews in the start on our listing. So what are your thoughts in this
Yeah, so my
specific?
thoughts are to wait until like the first 5 reviews, because like with my experience launching a product with 0 reviews, unless it's in a really like unless it's a super unique product and there is a lot of demand and you are the only one that's selling it, if you have this kind of product, then you can try it and maybe it will go well. But if you have a product that maybe it's similar to others, I think it's better to wait until you have like a bit of, I don't know, 5 reviews. I wait 5 stars. So yeah, this is my, because you will have like less conversion rate if you have like 0 reviews, and then you will pay a lot on PPC and people would click, you will pay, but they won't buy because you don't have reviews. So it will also affect your conversion rate. So I don't love doing that.
Great. That's a good answer, honestly. And I totally agree on that. But yes, there's a zero conversion or a very bad conversion when you don't have reviews. So it's good to have wait and get like at least 2 3 reviews or 5 reviews is a good conversion sign, because people needs to decide that whom they trust. Because if you have only 1 2 reviews, people normally don't trust those reviews that much. So they are just showing 5 ratings. So I think it's better to have 5 6, as you suggested. It's a good answer, and it's, I think, the validated way to do things, as mostly people skip these things. So I think it's a good reply on that part. So it's good. So the second question basically is that, as you know, the continuous speculation that people coming up, they are taking courses, they are taking trainings and hiring mentors, and all those things are happening in the market. And at the end of the day, when they are launching their products, they feel like that there are thousands of sellers in their niche, and the listings with the different prices, different bundles, different advertising techniques, and all those things are in the market already. So they feel stuck, they feel exhausted, they feel like they are a failure and the market is saturated and they can't be successful. So the question would be, is Amazon still worth it in 2021, that we should do it, we should consider it to jump on Amazon to start selling it? So please give me your thoughts on this.
It's a good question. I honestly think there is opportunity. Other than yeah, I mean I'm here, so I basically believe there is opportunity. I think that the problem is that like there is a big gap between what people, I don't know, see in their TikTok videos and between what actually happens. So basically, like I don't know, people see a TikTok video of one seller that says like, you here is a 1 million product in revenue, and you can be this seller, like you can have this success. And then people launch their first product and no one buys them, and most of like the first product won't be that good. So then people feel super frustrated because they didn't have that success that they were promised to have. But I think like this is the normal thing to launch a product and not have a success. This is like the normal and the healthy way to go, because you're just starting, so you don't know anything. So it's okay that you will start, and then you will need to learn like as you grow. So like, don't, I think people not need to be afraid after they don't have success with their first product. And I think people need not to listen to other sellers that promise them like $1 million in revenue, because people don't think about it, that in order to have a 1 million product dollar in revenue, you need to invest first 200,000 in to order inventory. So if you don't have that amount for inventory, you will not have a $1 million product. I did a video about it. That's why like I'm
Great, sure.
remember the stats. Yeah. And people don't understand that. They think that they can have that success without investing that kind of money. And I don't think you need to invest that kind of money at the beginning. You need to start from something small and just learn, and then just grow. So I think it's definitely, there are opportunities there, because the bigger brands are taking like the more competitive products out there, and there is, I think, a lot of opportunity in the low medium competition product. So don't just go to the 1 million in search volume, or I don't know. This is my
Agree.
opinion.
No, I totally agree on this part, honestly, because I have experience in this field as well. So I'm here to validate or second your thoughts, what you are saying. So honestly, it's true that in start, people are pretty much excited. They are looking at the screenshots, they're looking at the Lambo, they are looking at the Bugatti and all those kind of videos. And what you are doing, I'm Amazon seller, how much you are making, billions, millions. So honestly, people gets excited. They wanted to do things and they want things to be happen overnight, which is not gonna happen. So it's not a short-term plan. So that's the thing I believe, and I totally agree with you. Start with the small, learn, explore things, and when you have experience, you can go improve your game. You can do things better way, and you can pick better products and all those things. So yep. So you are saying that yes, there is still space. You just need to find it, and you have to start small and don't look for these kind of things because it will take time if you're thinking it happens, because if you're spending in hundreds, how you are expecting in millions? So you have
Yeah.
to spend accordingly and you have to get accordingly. Okay, that's good, that's great. Okay, so if we are talking about Amazon, and as a beginner, that someone has just started after taking courses or training, then now they are feeling that what we have learned or what we have watched in videos that our mentors has told us, things are little different here, and they are facing little kind different kind of a challenges. So if you are the one who has recently started, and what kind of a challenges you think are coming your way, and how you gonna fix them or remove them?
Um, so I think now there are challenges, are new challenges in this area, challenges that there weren't before, such as inventory limits, and also like managing your finances with Amazon, because it's harder to start now than it used before. I think, like, I started like 2 years ago, but I hear from new sellers that it's really harder now. So it's not impossible, but you need to, I think, plan much better your finances and logistically wise, and to understand that it will take maybe a year to see like your money coming back to you. So it's a long-term investment. So for example, there are like a lot of sellers who succeeded on, I don't know, at 6 years ago or 8 years ago, and they say that like they had a lot of success in their first product because the Amazon market wasn't saturated back then. So now it's a
Yep.
lot more saturated, so we need to be more careful with our choices. And as I said before, I think like to start with, low competition, low and then just to grow, because like the big sharks in the Amazon marketplace now are taking all the really trendy good products, and the
Yep.
smaller sellers don't have a chance, like in order, I don't know, 2,000 unit and to compete with the bigger sellers. So we will have less profit margins because we normally order less inventory. So we need to play smart with it and not try to compete with the bigger sellers.
Yep.
So this is my thought about the struggles of starting now. What do you
Great.
think?
You have covered everything, And I think that these are the things basically new sellers are going to face. The first thing is the saturation, and people are competing too much in the advertising, so that's why the advertising cost is going up and up. So the CPC is higher. The second thing, as you already mentioned, that you have to start with the small. I think that's the best strategy you can have in this kind of a market, because if you play too hard, honestly, it can become a problem for you. And if your first product, and then you are spending like, and you have given up like 1000 or 1500 units just to get ranked in that specific market, honestly, it will create a problem for you in the longer run. You have to run ads, and then you are on the same page again. So why you are doing it? So this is the thing. But when you were talking, there was a thing in my mind that I work with the supplements, I work with
Mhm.
supplement brands in a different categories. So the thing is that if you want to compete with bigger sellers, I would recommend you to start, not start, but to jump into a category where which is kind of a restricted, where it's hard to run ads, where it's
Oh,
hard to do things, because there's a space. No problem.
just 1 minute. My dog
No
is
problem.
barking.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Okay, yeah. Where were we?
So yeah. So we were talking about the basically the issues. So these are the things, but I think in start, a beginner should follow all the things you have already mentioned. Start small, don't go aggressive, and do the calculations first. And yes, there are limits. That mean your first launch will be a slow launch. So you have to came up with some idea. You have to come up with some idea which is can a product can be launched in like 200 units, and this time that means you can't do giveaways and all those things. So, and also there are many other things Amazon continuously doing. So honestly, in coming days things will get more tougher and tougher, but still there will be ways, and that's how Amazon restricts bad players in the from the game. So I think it's good. So I think it will be helpful helpful for the people who will be watching. And there's another question which is very important, that is the start of a business, that how you validate your product idea. That in start, honestly, it's a problem that, and it's your success of your business is relying on that product. So how you are going to validate that? People are sticking to many tools, numbers, trainings, and then many parameters and all those things. So I wanted to know like how you validate for the fact.
Um, okay, so I use a method. Do you know Brandon Young?
Yep, Brandon Young.
Yeah, so he's like, I think, an 8-figure seller or something. He's like a really the real deal. Yeah, he's not a fake one.
According to the screenshots, I agree, yes, but I haven't seen that much, because as I believe that the top sellers, they are not doing most of the things themselves. Their teams are doing them. So that's why I'm not sure. But yeah, I have seen him a lot. I have seen him a lot in the field.
So there is like a validation method he shares freely online. I saw a couple of videos of it, and basically I use his method and I saw success with it. So I love this method. It's basically like to once you find a niche you want to get in, let's say it's headphones,
Toys, health.
not
Okay.
headphones, but a camera for kids or something. I don't know, something that you want to get in. Then you just take the main keyword and you
Okay.
go and you choose like the 10 most successful competitors in this keyword, and then you go and
Okay.
use, yeah, and then you go and analyze their keywords. Like I use a Helium 10 Cerebro tool, so you
Okay.
find their keywords, and then using Excel and all kinds of calculation, you basically calculate how much they are like dominating the market, so how much they are ranked in first page in the
Okay.
keywords. So that way
Okay.
you know like how much they are doing well, and if they are not doing well, then you have opportunity because you will be able to rank yourself because they are not that good at it. So basically he has like I think I don't know. I think you should like if you someone wants to use it, then Google validate your product Brandon Young, and you will find it. It's super, like, I don't know, 20 minutes video, so it's hard to explain. But basically, like, I don't like to go with parameters because it doesn't really give you a whole look at that market, because you're looking at numbers and you don't see like the whole picture. So this method I like because you see the whole picture, you see your competitors and if they are good at it, and if they are not good at what they're doing and they are not fully ranked in their keywords, then you find a bundle or like a way to get in. And then I validate my bundle using a website called Pickfu. Do you know this website?
Sorry, say it again.
So I validate my bundle using a website called Pickfu. Pickfu, I think, Pikafu, I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's I have heard about that, but because I don't, haven't used it, but I have heard about that website, kind of, which helps to do the bundle thing. So okay, so you check the bundles there, okay, and
Yeah, I just upload my bundle and the competitors bundle, and then I get like people rank my bundle compared to the competitors, and then I know if my bundle is good. And if it gets a lot of points, then I know like it's a good one, and only then I will consider launching it. So I need to validate like the market and the bundle itself, and then
okay,
I
got it.
launch.
So yeah, so you are the one, basically you are using Brandon Young's technique, that he's validating on that category or subcategory, basically who's doing best, like in top talent sellers on a first page. And after that, you're checking their ranks, you're checking their sales and everything, and finding out if there's any space for you. If they are doing pretty good, does that mean you don't need to be entered? And if they are not, someone is doing, someone is not, that means your space is there. And then you are validating your bundle ideas, because you are coming with a similar product, but you want to add something with it. So you are validating on a website, which is on Google, people can find their own. So to just to get an idea like how people are people are perceiving your product, and they're saying, okay, this bundle is good or that, so that you can better decide before bundling it. Oh, it's nice. It's a different idea, and it's a different method, honestly, that people are doing different things with jungle scouts and helium 10 and so on, or much more words. But I think it's a different idea and it's a good one. People should try it. It can be helpful for them to find it. I think it's a less time taking than others, because people have to do many listings, many things, and many trackings and so on daily basis. So I think it's something good. So there's one question that, as you have already mentioned, that you are providing services to the sellers as well. And as I'm right, I'm not sure that if I can be wrong, because in the start you mentioned before the interview that you are providing your services to Amazon sellers as well, our brands. So correct me. Am I right?
Yeah, but I'm not looking for a new project or something, if that's matter. Or you just
No,
wanted to ask.
no, I'm
I
just
thought you want
asking
to.
because the
I thought
question
you
is
want to
related
do
to
a
that.
promotion or something for that. Okay, okay.
No,
That's
I'm not that kind of good. So basically, the question was related to it. The question is basically that if a lady or a man who want to start their business, Amazon FBA, and they don't want to learn themselves, and they want to run their business, they want to create their passive income. So how you recommend for someone that how this can be done in
they
start,
want to be
honestly?
to sell or to be a VA. I did not understand.
Okay, I think the meeting, if the recording is continuing, I think, because it's saying it can't be extended.
It's okay.
It's saying recording, I don't know that.
Ah, it's
But
recording. It's
let's,
okay.
okay, fine. So basically the thing is that I'm asking that the question is basically, if you are going to suggest, I'm going to start Amazon selling, okay, and
Mhm.
I really don't know how Amazon working and how the shipping, finding a product, sourcing, and all those things, and how to list and market. So for me, but I still wanted to do the passive income, but I'm still interested in Amazon thing. So what you suggest me to do? Like, do I have to hire someone, or do I need to learn myself first and then I have to hire someone? How you know, go?
Well, it depends. Like if you don't have a no, I won't recommend hire someone before you know the business and before you learn by yourself, because you won't know like what do you need. And I don't know. I don't think people do that. People hire before they
Do that.
start.
Yeah, they
Really?
they do that. Many people
Okay.
do that.
Okay, I don't believe in, in this method. I think like you need to know the basic, and then if you have a lot of money, you can outsource, like for example, I don't know, a sourcing manager or a PPC manager, but you need to know like how everything is operating together before you just outsource everything, I think.
I totally agree, and I totally agree, and I think that's the same, advice I gave to others, because I have seen people coming up, housewives and other job people who are doing jobs and businesses, and they are busy with their life. So what they do, they are saying, okay, we have money, we can hire someone, and they will be doing the things. And I was like, how you are going to check what they are doing right or wrong? If they're telling you something wrong, if they're lying to you, so you are basically making a ground or clearing a ground for someone to cheat. So they will
Yeah.
easily, so you're becoming a very easy target. So at least become a tough target so that they can't easily cheat you. Learn first and then decide that you have to do it or not. And if someone is telling you wrong, if someone is lying to you, so that you can at least cross check. So totally agree on that part. So yeah, it's a really nice question answer session. I think it's really helpful for the people who will be watching, and it's something for me as well that I have learned few things from you. It's nice. And the last thing that I want to know, your thoughts for the beginner, that who is kind of thinking he or she should start, but they're watching videos. They are honestly motivated by TikTok videos, millions of sales, Ferraris, Bugattis, and but they are still kind of a confused. So your thoughts on this? The final thoughts, that what you suggest for them, to the beginner?
I think like the most important thing is just to start. Don't think everything will be perfect. Don't wait until you know everything. Don't wait until you will find the perfect product. Don't wait until you will have the perfect supplier. I mean, like you just like have at the beginning you're really afraid to start, so you think like you need to do everything perfect, and then you just won't start. So I talk with a lot of sellers who are, I don't know, for 1 year I think, that are just thinking about it and they still didn't do the first step because they are so afraid that everything will fail. And in my opinion, just like the first product, you probably won't get rich from it. Just get that idea, just be okay with this idea, just realize that it's a real business. You can't be super successful after 3 months, it's not possible. So for example, if you wanted to be a doctor, then you would go and learn it for 7 years before you are successful, right? So it's the same here, like you need some time to learn it. So don't be hard with yourself, don't have lots of expectations with your first product, just do the first steps. If you don't have a lot of money, then don't pay $5,000 for like the super top selling courses, because then you won't have money for inventory. Maybe be like fragile with your money, maybe order only 100, 200 units. Yeah, I think this is like my top tips.
I
What
think
do you think?
no, it's good. It's really good that in start, yes, people make kind of a stupid things. They make this kind of a, that they buy expensive courses, and they hire people and start, they're making big teams, the graphics, the these and that. So yes, these things become expensive for people. So this is something they should avoid. And I totally agree on you with this. So I think that's it for today, and it's a really nice session, that every details you have shared, and I hope it will be helpful for the audience. And hopefully in the future we'll have more interviews such better than this, that it's my first experience. So we'll be having more interviews, and we'll be sharing more knowledge with the audiences. So I'll be sharing your YouTube channel and Insta link under this video's link on my YouTube, and I'll let you know when it gets published. So I'll get back to you with another video. Till that time, thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you so much
So
for having me. It was super fun.
you're welcome. It's really fun for me as well.